Welcome to Game Woven, a collaborative storytelling collective building a world one game at a time. This week, we will be playing For the Queen by Alex Roberts. If you like what we do here and want to get involved, follow us on Twitter at Game Woven, where you can join our Discord and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/GameWoven. Hello and welcome to the Game Woven podcast. I am the facilitator for today's recording session, where we will be playing For the Queen by Alex Roberts. So, I am Lex Olden, pronouns they, them. You can find me on Twitter at call_me_they, call_me_they. And let's introduce everyone else here. Hey, Rob.
That's me. I'm Rob Be Rolling on Twitter, but I literally just am there to lurk on people cooler than me, see other people in this call, and retweet those people. So, more, you should check me out in the Discord for Game Woven.
Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare, pronouns she, they, Faye. I'm just a tabletop entity. I think entity works today. That's the vibe. Yeah. I'm just around in places, but you can find me here and just anywhere if you look up Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG.
Oh yeah. And last but not least, Dylan.
Hello, I'm Dylan, or Super Dylan if you're on the internet, which if you are, I'm so sorry. Please use she, he, and they pronouns when you talk about me behind my back. Please and thank you. And you can find my games on superdylan.itch.io. And you can hear me regularly on the Atomless, which is a Starfinder podcast that is so very good. And I'm very excited to be here in particular because this is my most favorite concept of all time. Thank you for having me. I'm so jazzed.
I'm Super Dylan. This is my favorite podcast on the Citadel.
Being on the internet in this economy?
Terrible.
Couldn't be me.
No, I'm in a hell of my own making, so.
True that. Every day I just get out my shovel.
As we mentioned, today we're playing a lovely little game called For the Queen. It is a card-based tabletop game where it is primarily about role-playing and improv. We do have a lovely little blurb from the back of the box, I'm pretty sure. The land you live in has been at war for as long as any of you have been alive. The Queen has decided to undertake a long and perilous journey to broker an alliance with a distant power. The Queen has chosen you, and only you, to be her retinue and accompany her on this journey. She chose you because she knows that you love her. That's what we're working with.
That's what you're working with. What a narrator voice you have.
Oh, it's true. Oh,
You can sell me whatever.
So, Rob, before we get into the game, I just wanted to shoot you a random question. What should we call this place?
Yeah, I had a full 10 minutes to think of a whole kingdom that we're going to spend a whole evening playing in, and what I came up with was the kingdom of Ernette. Ernette.
Ernette. We're in the kingdom of Ernette. For those who are just joining us in Game Woven, everything we're doing, we are creating a world one game at a time. So, Ernette was not on the map until just now. We don't know anything about it. Everything we learned about the kingdom, we're coming up with right now with these lovely folks. I do actually have one little table I wanted to show you guys before we got in the actual game, where I just want to ask you guys a question. You can just make canon real quick. You know, if you're cool with that. If you're fine being put on the spot. If I can find a D6. I have so many. I have so many dice. Some dice person sponsor us, please. I want free dice. Thank you.
Insert dice person sponsorship here.
Yeah, whoever that is. Hi.
Dice person. Come.
I didn't roll my dice at all until I bought Dice Person's dice. And now they work great.
Hey there, John Dice Person, inventor of Dice Person. So, Dare, I have a question for you. What do you think Ernette's major export is? What does it send out places? No wrong answers.
I'm going to say exotic fruits.
It loves fruit. Very cool.
Okay, cool.
Ernette's a tropical name to me now. It wasn't 2 seconds ago. It is now.
Hey, it's tropical
That's
now.
what this is all about. I
Literally
love
all
it.
we knew that it was in a forest. That's all we had before this.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's got grapefruit.
It's got great fruit. And Dylan,
Yeah.
question for you.
Okay.
All right, that's a 6. Hey, what's something just awful about Ernette? What just sucks? What's the worst?
Oh, so the compost making plant to help us grow all the extra fruit that we need to make to export and make all of our goods. It creates a pretty rancid smell that kind of coats the air of a lot of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, so great fruit, beautiful forest, but there's just like a little bit of the smell of compost in the air at all times.
Amazing. Ernette,
Great.
notoriously stinky. Love that for
Stinky
us.
country, yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's canon.
Little smelly. I've just made fantasy New Jersey for you.
Yo, don't let New Jersey hear that.
I don't know if that's because it's an insult or because we don't want New Jerseyans to add us. I don't know.
Look, I don't want Game Woven to already have beef with an entire state.
I'm just
Counterpoint, we
kidding.
do
I
know that's where
love
the
you.
engagement is. Let's be honest.
True. Yeah, engagement does lie with beef.
Yeah.
So, for the basic rules of this game, there is a deck full of prompts and questions for us to answer as our characters go on a lovely journey with our queen, who may or may not be the best or the worst. Who knows? We'll find out. The game ends when we draw the card that says, "The queen is under attack. Do you defend her?" Basically, whenever that's drawn, game's done. We can shuffle it into anywhere in the deck we choose. If we want a short game, we can put it near the top. Want a long game, put it near the bottom. It also means if we need to suddenly end, we can just draw that card.
Got it. Cool.
Would anyone like to go first? Or should I go first? I don't know.
Oh, it's like that moment in class.
You should go first.
We'll let you rock. We'll let you cook.
Yeah. Set the stage.
Let them cook.
All right, so the first card. When did you know you were in love with the queen? Who? So, as we begin our journey, leaving the lovely kingdom of Ernette, and the air gets less stinky as we go, thank goodness. First time leaving the country, air can smell good. Who knew? I knew I was in love with the queen, you know, that one time when she didn't know anyone else was there. I just saw her just feeding some ducks in a pond. Yeah, that's when I learned she just loves animals like a whole lot. And I thought that was really cool and sweet. I think that's when I fell in love with the queen. Okay, there. Your prompt is, you sometimes think you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you?
Am I allowed to give myself like a position within the Queen's Court?
Absolutely. We have
course.
not fleshed out who we are in this. You can do whatever you want with that.
Perfect.
I will say you also, as part of kind of almost like the safety tools, you're also allowed to just like pass a question to like the next
That is
player,
true.
and we can just pass the question around, especially
Yeah.
as we get later and later.
If you don't like the question or it makes you uncomfortable, just hand it off to Rob.
I got this. I think I'm the Queen's favorite because I am her royal advisor.
Okay.
I think we have spent an inordinate amount of time together, whether that is going through her plans for the day or when she's, I think, at her most stressed, at her most tired, needing to figure out what to do for the people of Ernette. And that scares me because I know that her having other people that she cares about puts me in danger, but it also leaves her more vulnerable to the things I have to tell her. Not just as her advisor, but as the amount of closeness we have.
Okay, cool. Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, rude. You are considered ugly by almost everyone you meet. How does a queen make you question that perception?
Incredible. What a great question.
It's so rude. This game's rude.
Oh, so fascinating.
That's a great question. So, internet,
Mhm.
we're surrounded by gorgeous plant life and stinky ass compost. So, like, the standards for beauty are really skewed towards visual stimuli, I feel like. So, I feel like maybe it's one of those things of like, there's like some kind of large like scar or burn, some kind of disfigurement, maybe from a battle that in the world of Ernette is just kind of a little unseemly. Like maybe that's like a little bit of like pus. Like it's not very healthy looking. And so to most people in a kingdom where like it's kind of a lot more about this like very bountiful land, but the queen has looked at me and told me that they see past what it looks like, and understanding that it means also that I know how to kind of persevere and know that there's this person who has gone through something and has that strength to move past and through what some of what she calls weaker and short-sighted people of Ernette can't.
So, yes. And maybe, absolute pitch, shoot this down if you don't like it. Because the thoughts crossed my mind. You said it might maybe the scars from a battle, right? Maybe our queen is like sort of like a warrior queen of some kind, and she's also a warrior. And
She
it's like, hell
admires
yeah.
what you did.
Yeah, and she's like, yo, this dude, thick as fuck.
Yeah.
Love it. Here's what the scar is. Because one of the largest kind of threats in the world that we know of, we can also establish more,
We can make whatever.
is the Undying Empire. So part of my face is necrotized. Like it's just like rotted away
From
flesh.
a vampire attack?
From a vampire undead, like
vampire
just
attack.
like
Coolest thing I've ever heard. Thank you. Okay.
there's like some like rotted flesh, and you can kind of see like maybe part of the cheekbone a little bit.
Yeah.
I love that.
But you were
Great.
so brave.
You're so brave.
Yeah.
So, Dylan,
Yes.
your prom.
Mhm.
You were summoned to a private meeting with the queen once. Why did you feel disappointed afterwards?
I thought that after all we'd been through together, I thought that after everything that I sacrificed, all those long days and sleepless nights and wounds that have barely healed, I thought that she was bringing me into the court. But she wasn't. It was just another secret. It was just another thing I had to carry for someone else. So I walked out of that room, and I've kept her damn secret. But she still doesn't see me.
Oh, that's fire! I love it. 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 Drama. And I'm just here talking about ducks. Come on. And I will keep that as canon. She loves ducks. That's not going anywhere.
No, that's very important.
Games like these are always fun because it's always like, who's gonna step on the gas and ramp it up?
And Dylan just took off the brake. We don't have a brake on the car. I understand where we are now. I'm very excited.
Let's go. All right. So for me, there's a part of you that does not want peace in this land. Why are you attached to the war? Oh, no. So, I think me as her, number one general. Let's go with general. My favorite soldier, perhaps. Favorite knight. I'm only of use to her when there's people to kill, So, there's no war. What can I do?
Right.
but I'm sure that several of the people on this retinue feel the same. Sir, whatever Rob's character is. Maybe the other two also partake in the occasional sword play, but maybe not. We'll see. But I think it's just I can only serve her when there's bloodshed, because that's all I'm good at. I'm good at killing people and absolutely nothing else, except for maybe baking. I can make a great pie.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
You said you make a great pie, but what's your favorite thing that you make? What is the thing that makes you happy to cook?
Oh, my favorite thing to make
Mhm.
is for sure. Oh, what is that called? It's it's a simple dish. I just take joy out of just beating the shit out of apples to make applesauce.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite. It's not really cooking, but it's like it's beating the shit out of some apples. Very therapeutic.
Can I pitch a little something about that? Because
Oh, absolutely.
when I think of applesauce, I think of very nurturing times. Applesauce is like one of those things that like we can feed to babies and the sick
Mhm.
and the elderly, and like it's like something that's like very nutritious but like very easy to eat. I always think of it as something that's like something that people who like to take care of people would always have on hand. So either maybe you are that person who loves to take care of people,
Mom friend confirmed.
or you have a relationship with somebody who
Right.
needs to have a lot of that on hand.
I mean, I could be like really old and like been taking care of her for a while.
Mm.
I've been picturing the queen as relatively young, like just became the queen, barely in her 20s maybe.
Yeah. Well, we did call her a warrior queen too, so I'm picturing her like a little bit.
That's true. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's definitely big and can kick all of our asses for sure. That's what we're going with. She's absolutely ripped.
Have you known her since she was a child then? Like, did you feed her applesauce when she was young?
Oh, there it is.
That's what I was going for. I've definitely known her since she was a
Oh,
child.
that's it. Okay. Cool.
Question is, like, I don't think I'm her actual like grandparent, because that would mean I would have been further up in the line for the throne, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it can't be a literal grandparent. So maybe I'm like an older uncle, aunt
Mhm.
scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, let's go. It's really great having y'all here already. Applesauce led to so much.
Can't wait for what the ducks lead to. It's gonna be great.
Hey, Dare. How does the queen remind you of her status while on the journey?
I think it's very simple, actually. She leads. In many other queendoms, I think she wouldn't be the type to walk in front. But despite knowing that there's danger, despite knowing that we have been fighting, she always makes sure that she is the very front of the line, because that is her duty.
I love that. We love someone who leads on the front lines. We love that for her. Hey, Rob.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. When did you know you would never forgive the queen, and why?
Oh,
Did you like take the last ice cream cone?
yeah. There was only one more thing of applesauce left. No.
We can't make applesauce like the national food here, can we? We can't do
No.
that.
No. I mean, here's the thing. We actually can. There's literally no one here to stop us.
True.
All right. I think that I haven't known the queen for as long as you have, but I came into the court at the behest and under the leadership of the queen's parents. And, it was a very professional relationship. I wasn't a personal friend. I was very much someone hired to come in and do a job. And when the queen's parents passed away suddenly, I thought that my service was done and that I could move on and retire. But the queen informed me that that was not the case.
Mm.
My contract would end when it said it ended. It did not end with her parents' death.
Yeah, you had your chance to just retire and go home, but then she refused you. Okay.
Yeah.
Dick move. All right, that's fair.
I had a nice upwind. Listen, the upwind part of the city, great. Downwind, maybe not.
Upwind is for sure slang for just like things are great, you know. Things are pretty upwind right now.
Yes, I love that.
The stink is just so pervasive.
Really.
All right, Dylan, I'm sure you're gonna give us another lovely little curveball.
Okay. I hope so. Okay.
No. Oh, this is gonna be great. I love it. The queen is responsible for the death of someone you love. Who and what happened? I'm so excited to hear who died.
Rob, are you open
Yes,
to me role playing a little scene with your character?
let's do it.
I'm gonna say that there's somewhere to drink somewhere in this city.
Lot of wine here. Gotta be a lot of wine.
There's some sort of tavern or something. And one night you find me. I'm gonna say my name is Sir Perrin. And you find Sir Perrin, armor kind of half on still, but at the bar in a dark corner, sort of slumped over a glass of wine. From the looks of them, certainly not their first. And they like barely lift a head when they hear your footsteps enter the almost dead tavern by this time of night.
I don't think I have a title. I think I'm not important enough to have like a sir in front of my name, so it's just Karen.
Karen?
Karen. Kerrin.
Okay.
Karen and Perrin. All right.
Karen and Perrin.
Oh, well, Yep,
No,
all right.
we're keeping it.
yep. Let's go.
Actually, it's the similarity of our names for why they trust you so much. You, as you approach, Sir Perrin kind of lifts a head, sees your face, and
Had one too many again, eh?
you need to sometimes. It's just, it's not fair. None of this is fair. Not fair to you. Certainly not fair to me. Not fair to any of them. But you're a nice guy. I don't understand why she lied to you.
Lied? You wanted fairness, you should go into charity. What are you talking about?
No, lie's a strong word. Oh, fuck.
Karen, where are you staying? We should probably get you out of this place like this.
Alright, we can go. But you should know that I don't like keeping secrets. I don't like it at all. I have to.
You're just doing your job. I get that. No one gets that more than me.
Ugh, why are you being so nice about this? He continues to grumble as you help carry him up to a loft above the tavern where he sleeps. And as he starts to pass out, I loved them, you know. The king and queen. That's who I loved. And she took that away.
What?
And he passes out.
Hey, so Dylan, it's great having you on the pod. We love an assassination plot here at Game Woven.
Put that on our resume. Straight up.
Dylan read the assignment and came prepared. I'm so excited. This queen, simultaneously my favorite new person, and also maybe not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I can't keep up with y'all. You're too good at this. Okay. Maybe I'll get a softball. Oh. What do you do to disappoint the queen on this journey? Oh. There's an easy answer like, oh no, the horse has got away in the night. Now we have to walk there. The stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna throw it to y'all because you have come up with some wild ideas. I think I'm gonna pass this to Dare because I think Dare will have a better answer. We love delegating here.
I think as we have went on this journey, you have gotten softer in your older age. And there have been opportunities when mercy has been shown that you have pushed for. She's been very adamant to not take prisoner, to keep it moving. And I think you at every one of these moments have told her it's not worth it. And I think she's growing increasingly disappointed in that decision, especially considering how you helped raise her.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I helped raise her, so like all the bad decisions she's made are like 80% my fault, huh?
She learned this from watching you.
Oh no. I suck. I love that for us. Okay, that lines up with like an idea I had. Wasn't sure about, but you know, that works. Okay, yeah, I showed some mercy to like bandits or just random commoners that got in our way on the way there. With the war and all the bloodshed, like I mentioned, I'm only useful when there's people to kill, and that's all I'm good at. But maybe there's more to life than that. And in my final years, I'm having that realization, maybe I'm not a good person. Could be that. Always a good time to realize you're a bad person when you're like 86, you know? I mean, but also never too late to change. For all the 86-year-olds listening to this podcast, you know, there's always hope for you. You can do it.
Shout out to our solid core of 86-year-old listeners.
Oh, yeah. We primarily, our viewers are octogenarians, for sure. Viewers? Listeners. So, Dare, question. Do you want another card, or do you want to pass this to Rob?
Hit me with another.
All right. The queen had you punished once. What about the memory of that will stay with you forever?
I think the way she was able to turn off all of her feelings is the thing that will stay with me. This happened years into my role as an advisor, and it was a mistake that cost us some troops. And there were serious delegations about what to do. And in that time, as we were figuring everything out, the bitterness and the coldness reminded me that ultimately, despite how many years we've known each other, despite how much I've given for her, I am still her subordinate. And I've never been able to shake the coldness from her.
You know, I was warned that whenever people play this game, the queen ends up being the worst. I was like, no, it'll be fine. We might make like a good person. But you know what? I don't think we're gonna.
There's still hope. She
There's-
loves ducks.
I'm still in love with her.
Don't forget everyone. She fucking loves ducks.
She loves ducks.
loves
The ducks think
ducks.
she's great.
She whittles them now, you know.
Yeah. Those big, powerful hands. She'll like choke out an enemy soldier and then whittle a duck, you know.
Yeah.
That's her calling card. She just leaves carved ducks on every person she's killed, you know? I'll give up hope on her when she stops whittling her own ducks and like orders them from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I know she's too far gone.
Next card prompt is gonna be, why does she stop whittling ducks? No.
Oh no!
Damn it.
So Rob,
Yes.
the queen sometimes shows interest in your personal life. Respond to that. And why?
Interesting. I don't feel like that fits with me, but I think Dylan, that would be a very interesting question for your character to answer. What do you
Okay.
think about
Oh
that?
Lord.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
we just established that I don't even have a title.
Okay. She shows interest. and it seems so genuine and so real and so brief. But each time she does, I can't help it. Almost every time, I would find Karen and Dust boast. Couldn't help it. She noticed me, and she remembered something, and it's like, maybe she's not so different. Maybe she's not unlike the king and queen who were.
I think after that night in the bar, Karen made an active effort to keep an eye on Sir Perrin's kind of well-being, and I think Karen remembers feeling the same way about her parents, but doesn't let Karen know that.
I love Karen and Perrin, personally. I hope they make it out of whatever we say next. I hope they make it out alive, personally.
Yeah.
I want them just to like be bros in the countryside.
That's definitely what we're setting up. And
Yeah, Karen and Perrin
Yeah,
is a very sitcom. It's like,
yeah, we're definitely not setting up one of them dying at all.
Yeah,
I
not even a
swear.
little bit.
yeah.
I want to say I caught him pronoun for both of them. I think.
He, they for Sir
Gotcha.
Perrin. I'm thinking the sitcom pitch is like,
Feels very buddy
He's-
copy.
like it's like he's partially dead and they're dead inside, and then it's like and they both moved out to the countryside, and then it's that, and they have to start a farm together or something.
Yes. Okay. Yes, because I already established that Karen just wants to like move away and live on a farm.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those sitcom things of like, oh no, it's not a farm, it's a bed and breakfast. If we don't get these people to like our bed and breakfast, we'll lose the property.
Yeah, I can't wait for the future parties adventuring in Game Woven to come across a bed and breakfast and need to
Yeah.
stay there some night.
Oh
and they
no!
have to stay if we don't die. That's a very big if. If we do not die.
If we don't
And
die,
absolutely nothing
We'll see.
goes wrong.
Woo.
we have
Okay.
incentives now.
That's the dream.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna get a home run at some point, right? I'm gonna get a good one. What do you do that pleases the queen? Come on!
I like this one. This is good for you.
Which is funny because I went from like what disappoints her. Well, what do you do that pleases her? You know?
Yeah.
The game is just trying to like ruin our relationship. Maybe I don't know what's going on here. You know, she was very disappointed in my show of mercy as we go. But I think along the way, we encounter some kind of rare and like really dangerous creature. There's the easy answer of like, just a big bear. But hey, we've established that this is a fantasy world. It could be anything. It could be, you know, just like a real angry unicorn, just real mad. Maybe I slay a dragon along the way. Whatever it is, I kill something really, really powerful and dangerous, and you know, as we established, like, she's a warrior queen. She loves those of might and power and skill. So I kill something, I turn it into a cape or a coat, maybe for I think as a gift to her, as an apology. So now she's wearing a cloak made of some kind of creature. Thoughts on what kind of creature? Because we have established dragons are canon in this. We have a single dragon. They're like people, like they're the kind that's like intelligent, a lovely creature that we viciously slayed was a manticore. Unless someone wants to veto that.
Oh, a manticore? No, I love it.
Yeah. I just made manticores canon, and you know,
not me saying no to a manticore. What do I look like? A monster?
Yeah,
You brought them in this world and you can take them out.
true.
Just did.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully it wasn't the last one.
That's good.
Yeah, we slayed a manticore, and oh, I can't make that a pelt. That has like a person face. Ooh. Okay. Maybe not a pelt. We're not gonna do that.
Could be like the wings of the manticore. Could
Okay,
be
okay,
like,
yeah.
like a little
Mhm.
pauldron, like
Mm-hmm.
adornment that she wears.
And definitely, I feel like getting the manticore venom and maybe the barbed tail.
Yeah, that'll do it. But yeah, I forgot manticores have people faces. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna put like its head on like her shoulder. It's like, oh wait, no, that's a guy. The full
We can do that. It just really changes the vibe,
it's
right?
just real fucked up
We
vibe.
go
Yeah.
from Witcher to like Vlad the Impaler real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we get, just like put it on a shield. This is a full man. We can't do that.
If you say so.
No, Colin.
We haven't invented Geneva or any conventions yet, so like we can't.
More
There's no
like
one here to stop
Geneva
us.
suggestion.
Oh my god. Wow.
Anyway, Dare, save us from this.
Yeah.
There. Please take
Or
me.
do more war crimes. Whatever. It's up to you, Dare.
Oh, what do you do for the queen that no one else can do? Don't say war crimes.
Because we know we all can.
No, she can do those all on her own.
Yeah. Good point.
I think I can handle the communication that no one else can do. I think as her advisor, I know pretty much every language in any of the surrounding areas, and I often am the one peaceful voice she interacts with, because I get to see things from outside of a warrior's perspective.
Okay.
So yeah, I get to provide the more diplomatic eye that she does not possess.
Okay. An extra question thrown there. So, in previous episodes of Game Woman, we did very briefly establish that magic exists, first of all. So, I was curious if your ability to communicate with just anyone, is that a magical thing, or do you like spend hours studying all the surrounding languages?
I think it is a mix of both. I think I spend hours studying the surrounding cultures. So
Okay.
when I'm speaking their language, I also know how to address them with respect.
Neat.
And I think compared to the rest of like the retinue, I am much scrawnier and much nerdier.
Okay. And the second thing, we did very briefly establish in another episode of Game Woman that on occasion, sometimes characters who are like people who like exemplify something might get like a small gift from like a god or like a small blessing. So we established that someone who's like exceedingly cowardly got a blessing from the god of cowards, who will always be able to find the safest place in the room. So thought crossed my mind, if you're just so good with languages, you're blessed by like god of language maybe. Absolutely veto that. It just crossed my mind to tie it into lore.
Mhm.
I like it, and I think I have a literal silver tongue.
Amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Incredible.
Have you said a name for this character yet, Dare, by any chance?
Celine.
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 Thank you so much.
I've been
Okay.
trying so hard to not say Jafar, because when I hear advisor, that's all I
Oh
imagine.
my god.
Also, real quick,
Well, there's still a chance.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, Celine with a silver tongue. Oh, that's I don't know why that's so fun to say. But like that's a book I'd read. That's a movie I'd watch. Celine with silver tongue. But anyway, Rob, what do you usually do for the royal family? Why does it make you an unlikely choice for this journey?
why does that make me unlikely choice? So we've established a lot of martial people in this group. So we have a general, we have a secret keeper. I think that means we need a bodyguard, right? Someone who's just more invested in just bodily safety. But since it's unlikely, I think that it's a long, like, old tradition. Like, you know how some courts would have the person who was like in charge of keeping track of like the king's bow or sword or whatever, right? Like I'm like a cupbearer. So let's say, so every noble house that has ever ruled over Ernette has a scroll of lineage and feats and a telling of their noble history and how they became head of the kingdom. And that's like a very important object, and the person who holds it is a person of enough import in the court to like be around. But taking that scroll out of the kingdom and along a journey is an odd choice that the queen made that I don't fully understand, and I'm not sure why I'm here, to be quite honest.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
That Sir Perrin also doesn't know why you're here. but repeatedly throughout the journey, like, just comes to be like, could not have done this without you. I'm just so glad you're here. I'd be just, these people. Half of them can't stand them.
There's only 5 of us here.
Well, then, it's more than half.
And I like to imagine this isn't like a scroll. This is like a huge, from the 2 milliseconds I've played League of Legends, like a rise scroll. Like this is like a huge, like maybe like 3-foot long scroll. So it is a really awkward and obnoxious thing to carry around.
It's one of those Naruto scrolls, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are carrying the hell out of that thing, Karen.
Thank you very much, sir. That's very, very, very generous. I would say you get used to it, but it's round, so you can't ever really get a good grip on this.
Yeah. But, you know, you're persevering, and that's something I've always admired about you.
What? Don't have much else of a choice. It's what I do, I suppose.
Sorry, Karen is getting more and more himbo every time we hear from Karen. I love it. Like, he's just getting taller and stupider.
Yeah.
In my head.
Which also is great, because apparently they're like a bit of a spy master / secret keeper.
Apparently,
which is like,
yeah.
Great choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cover. It's
Could be.
It's not. He's very smart. He just really likes Karen.
Who would ever think
Yeah.
a himbo is a spy master, you know? Perfect cover.
It is very perfect.
Thank you for listening to Game Woven. Please give us a follow on Twitter @GameWoven. Join the Discord, support us on Patreon, and consider leaving us a review on Apple, Spotify, or whatever host you normally use. This week's episode featured Rob @RobbieRolling on Twitter, Dylan @SuperDylan on Twitter. That's SuperDillin. Dare @Dare2DreamRPG. That's DARE, the number 2, DREAMRPG. And finally, myself, Lex Olden, @CallMeThey on Twitter. That is call_me_they. Thanks for listening.